Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. It's weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. It's Wednesday, the 29th of January, 2020, and we are headed for another day where we are fighting some cloud cover again. If it's going to be dry and it's going to be free of any kind of precipitation, be it rain or snow, at least can we get some sunshine out of this? The days have been kind of dreary. Going to try. Some places actually seeing the sun break through the clouds, but we saw it yesterday morning only for it to cloud over. And high temperatures today will be in the seasonal upper 30s and low 40s from Northeast Virginia all the way on up into southern New England. And as we look at temperatures going forward, tomorrow is going to be a little colder and probably a little bit more in the way of sun, we hope. So highs will be mostly in the 30s for tomorrow. Then they'll edge back up upper 30s and lower 40s. We have our storm system that we're going to be possibly dealing with or possibly not for Saturday. I think at the very least we'll be in clouds, and that'll put us in upper 30s and low 40s. And then once that system goes by, there's no real cold air around. So we'll be in the 40s on Sunday. And next week, Monday and Tuesday, it's going to be warm, upper 40s across southern New England, middle and upper 50s from Maryland down into Northeast Virginia and everybody else somewhere in between. So that's a good thing to look forward to. Meanwhile, on the satellite loop this morning, you can see there's some cloud cover in the northeast, and there are some breaks in there, particularly as you head up into New England. So let's hope some of that drier air seeps southward. In some areas, though, the overcast is pretty stubborn. And meanwhile, you see the disorganized cloud mess that is back through the Gulf states, and this is a weak weather system that is moving eastward. We've been discussing the fact over the last several days about the rather messy state of the atmosphere with weather systems running around all over the place. There's been one sitting over eastern Maine and New Brunswick for about 3 days now, and it still hasn't completely moved out of the way. So that's sort of slowing everything down behind it. Radar wise, no precipitation to worry about in the northeast and mid Atlantic states. You can see that there's some rain moving across the Gulf states, and that's going to gradually weaken. And we also have the next weather system moving into the Pacific Northwest with a solid area of heavy rain coming inland. And then we're going to be talking about snow, of course, up in the mountains. So going forward, we have no weather problems here through Friday, other than these clouds that we're having to deal with. That really is about it as far as things to worry about. The Weather Prediction Center, with respect to snow from the weather system that we've been talking about for to be offshore the East Coast this weekend, might produce. This is the probability of at least 2 inches of snow, and we have this is through Saturday morning. So some of this is the lead moisture that's dying out, moving eastward, and some of it is from whatever develops Friday night into early Saturday. Small probability up to about 50% in the mountains of a small area in eastern West Virginia and northwestern Virginia. The yellow is only a 5 to 10% chance. And we're still in the long range period with the Weather Prediction Center regarding anything for Saturday. So here, this is where they see only a 10% chance of at least 2 inches of snow covering northern New Jersey to southern New England. I'm wondering whether this is all way overdone for the areas to the north, because I think this system has more of a chance of staying offshore than anything else. Now, the one model that actually has it marginally cold enough for this precipitation to go from some rain to snow is the NAM model. And you see it here on, this is Saturday morning at 4 a.m., 7 a.m., 10 a.m., 1 p.m. So it's a really just kind of fast moving system. The reason why the NAM is showing a little bit of snow here in this precip shield and not rain is because it holds on to this high up to the north for a little bit longer, and the atmosphere is just a couple of degrees colder than the other models. None of the other models are showing this, by the way. They're all showing rain. Here's the GFS, same idea here. This is at 7 a.m. Saturday, just kind of grazes the coast with a little bit of rain, and then by 1 p.m. it's out offshore and gone. We're still trying to figure out here how this is all going to play out and whether it does stay offshore or if we're going to get a grazing or a bit more for Saturday. So Saturday is the one day that's in question right now with regards to a chance for rain or snow. We're just going to leave it that way in the forecast until probably maybe later today or certainly by tomorrow. I think we can get a pretty good feel. The big problem, as we've been saying the last couple of days, is that we've got 6 or 7 weather systems running around in the United States and off the Pacific Northwest coast. They're all on the weak side. They're all interacting with each other in one form or another. And every time we look at them, the outcomes wind up being a bit different. But we're seeing those spreads starting to narrow now. So we'll give it another 24 hours before we finally put it down as far as what we expect for Saturday. And then weather conditions improve nicely for Sunday and Monday. Warmer temperatures to start next week, colder temperatures probably later on next week. All right, so that's it for Weather in 5, the Joe and Joe Weather Show tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Time on my YouTube channel, Joe Cioffi. And we're going to try something new today. Joe Rayo on his YouTube channel, Joe Rayo Weather, does a video update every afternoon. And for those of you on the weather app, my weather app, the meteorologist Joe Cioffi weather app, or either from on Google Play or on the App Store, and it's free. We're going to be putting Joe Rayo's video up later this afternoon for app users. So if you haven't downloaded it already, you might as well because it's free and you can use it anywhere. Okay, have a great day, folks. We'll see you later.